All right, joining us this morning, he's one of Australia's cricketing goats and a talented muso to boot as well, performing with the band Six and Out, who are back touring in 24. Brett Lee, thanks so much for joining me here on Triple M this morning. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good morning. I'm great. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad at all. Look, we've got a lot to chat about this morning, especially your band being back on the road. But of course, before we get to that, we do have to chat a little bit of cricket, if you don't mind. Australia obviously taking on India in the second test this Friday. And safe to say they looked a little ordinary in that first test. Where do you see them sitting at the moment? How do you see them bouncing back here in Adelaide?
Yeah, well, look, there's been a fair bit of conjecture around the way they played, hasn't there? Over in Perth last week, they probably, to be perfectly honest, got outplayed. You know, you think about India, there was a lot of talk in the first innings, knocked over for 150. Australia were right on top, and then all of a sudden we get Rissold, or Australia get Rissold for 104 runs. Jaspal comes out, gets a big 100, and Australian bowlers couldn't really penetrate and get wickets in that second innings for India. So, yeah, to lose by almost 300 runs with 1 day to spare, very disappointing. But look, that's what happens in cricket. You can't put the whole series on one test match. And I guess the great thing about the Border Gavaskar Trophy now is that it's a 5-test series. So, look, I'm convinced that Australia will win Friday in terms of this test in Adelaide. They suit the pink ball. Even with Josh Hazlewood out, Mitchell Starc's got a phenomenal record. So my prediction is, mate, it's going to be 1-1 leading into Brisbane.
Wow, okay, you heard it here first. That was going to be my next question as well in regards to the pink ball. You kind of rate Aussie's chances with those conditions more than India's.
Oh, look, I just think it suits our style of bowling. Look, it would have been in a perfect world great to have Josh Hazlewood, who's McGrath-like, just that impeccable line length, bowls that beautiful length to that brand new ball. But that said, that naturally creates the opportunity as well for Pat Cummins to open the bowling. And I think sometimes Cummo as captain doesn't really give himself the opportunity with that new ball the way he should. So I actually like the move now of Pat Cummins coming up to take that brand new ball with Mitchell Starc. Starc's got a phenomenal record, averages about 17 or something with that pink ball, or the rose, I'll call it, halfway between a white and a red. And just gets the ball to talk on the light. So, yeah, I'm really confident that the Aussie bowlers will dominate in Adelaide on Friday.
Okay, and who do you see being the big improver for the Aussies? Who do you expect to be, I guess, the barometer for the side when the test begins this Friday?
Yeah, well, look, talking in terms of the Australian batting lineup, you know, they still haven't settled the top order yet. I love that Steve Smith's gone back to his number 4 position, averaging just under 60 in Test cricket. He's one of, will definitely go down as one of Australia's greatest players to ever play the game in all formats. So I'm hoping that he gets amongst the runs this week in Adelaide. Travis Head's looking in really good form. They just need more from the guys like Marnus Labuschagne, the top of the order. So Australia have got to find a way. You know, McSweeney in his first game, I mean, he got a bit of a tough one. He got on the green top on day one, and then when he went out to bat with 10 overs to go, got one to shoot through. So you take that. It's part of Test cricket. He got a bit of bad luck, but he's got to look forward to, batting and that opportunity. So Australia need to get runs at the top order to take that pressure off that middle order.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's still plenty of cricket to play out as well, as you said, with those with it being a 5-test series. Now, one question I did have for you, Brett, this is a bit of a parochial question. Adelaide Oval, I absolutely love that venue. And obviously inside Australia, in regards to footy, it's one of the most renowned ovals in the country. But cricket's obviously a global sport. You've played in every corner on this planet. Where do you see Adelaide Oval ranking around the world as a cricket venue?
Oh, mate, not because I'm on the phone to you, but definitely right up there. I've always said you can go in the archives and have a look. I've always put Adelaide Oval definitely in my top 3 or 4, venues to play cricket. Had the pleasure to work at Adelaide Oval under the guidance of the great curator Les Burdett back in the day when I was at the Cricket Academy down there at Henley Beach. So I spent a couple of years living in Adelaide. I love it. It's just a great venue to play cricket. And then obviously during the Test match and these day-nighters, it's a spectacle. The whole town turns out. It used to be funny. I'd be in the dressing room with Shane Warne. He'd spend half the time looking at the back section over the beer garden rather than watching the game. So it's always, a lot of fun. A lot of people get down there. And as I said, they make it make it a wonderful week. And sensibly, thanks to Adelaide, they're starting on a Friday. Thank God. They're not starting on a Monday or a Tuesday, so we're expecting big crowds over the weekend.
Yeah, should be an absolute cracker. But look, let's get to 6 and Out. Your band is back on the road touring again tomorrow night, playing at the Gov. This is really exciting stuff. Back by popular demand, and I mean it. You guys sold out the Adelaide gig last year, yeah?
It was amazing, mate. And thanks to the Aussie cricket team, they knocked over the West Indies in, I think, 3 days. So it was a Friday night, I think, from memory. Last time, Thursday night, tomorrow night, obviously we're playing at the Gov. But yeah, they, the punters that went down to watch our band 6 and Out, 5 former New South Wales and Australian cricketers got the entire Australian cricket team down there. So the boys all came down to watch and support us, and just a good vibe.
Yeah.
And what a great venue. And I will say, firstly, here on Triple M, that expect some music royalty there tomorrow night. I'm not going to say who.
Wow.
He's very close to this radio station.
Right.
Without giving too much away, but an absolute gun of a vocalist.
Yep.
And he might be appearing tomorrow night.
Wow. Okay, there you go. Heard it here first. A bit of a rumour. It was going to be my next question, but I think I think our listeners can probably connect the dots, and we should probably keep that a bit of a surprise, a bit of a secret for them. But expect a special guest tomorrow night. Triple M royalty, would you say?
Well, put it this way, it doesn't get any better.
Okay. Yeah, I think
I'll leave it with that.
Yeah, I think you've set it up. I think we could certainly paint the picture there. That's really exciting, though. If he does come along, that's going to be off the chain. That's going to be...
Look, we are so lucky, playing professional sport for 20 years and, and still playing music. We started this band back in the late 90s. It's our second innings where we're back touring again. And for us to work with some absolute superstars of the music industry, that cross-pollination, a lot of musos love cricket and cricket love musos. And, for us, mate, we have an absolute ball. So looking forward to getting down there and having a beer with the punters tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm sure they're absolutely pumped as well. I've heard the word that you guys are doing some, phenomenal cover songs at the moment. What is some of the stuff that the punters can expect to hear when they head on down?
Well, we've put a few new songs in our repertoire. So we've got some Killers, we've got some Kiss. It's almost like a Triple M PlayStation for us. And, this is exactly what I'll be listening to in the car. So, yeah, heaps of Angels, a little bit of Screaming Jets. So, yeah, it's, we don't do Chisel only because it's too high. I mean, Barnsy's got such a phenomenal voice. So,
yeah,
we try and stick clear of the Chisel songs because they're just too good and just too hard for us. But,
and you probably want to protect your voice a little bit there as well.
Well, I have to commentate the next day. So, the great thing is about doing a Thursday night gig, and especially in Adelaide, it's a day-night test, so it starts at 3 p.m. So it's not a half-assed date for the start, which is good.
Yeah, that's great. Fantastic. Look, Brett, very excited, as I'm sure all our listeners are. I mean, based on the song choices and the music you guys are going to be playing, super on brand for Triple M and our listeners. So we really want to pack the place and get everyone down there.
You coming down or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not, mate? It sounds like an absolute ripper night, and I love any opportunity to head along to the Gov. As you said, a ripper venue and always.
I'll tell you what
we
should do. We should give 5 tickets away right now. So if anyone wants to pop down on behalf of 6 and Out, we're happy to give away five double passes.
Fantastic. Jeepers. There you go. 5 double passes to the first callers. 133353. Give us a buzz right now if you want to head along. 6 and Out, the second innings tour performing at the Gov tomorrow night. You can score tickets at oztix.com.au right now, or you can call 133353. We've got 5 doubles up for grabs. Brett, thanks so much for joining us this morning. There he is, Australian cricketing legend Brett Lee.